Okay, hi folks. So I'm here to show you how to use the EDUPE hosting system provided to you for free for the semester from CCC Online for your web design class. If you want to use a different hosting system or even pay for hosting, that's perfectly fine too. But this is just a how-to on how to use this. So what I have here is I have the login information. This is my login information. Yours will look different. It'll have a different password, it'll have different numbers, slightly different links, and so on. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my remote file manager URL. And that is that portion of it. So I'm going to log into that. Okay, sometimes with EDUPE what will happen is their security certificate hasn't been renewed, and it's just a setting that they sometimes So in general, what you have to do is hit advanced, and then yes, proceed. Promise it's safe. That'll spawn a login window like this. So your login, your username is going to be right after that, and your password is going to be that universal password that's on the second line. That's the password for anything, but really almost anything. Just put that password there. Sign in, and it spawns this thing. This is sort of a little fake username password. Username will be admin, and the password will be admin at 123. So we'll put that in. Admin at 123. Okay, that brings us to this page. This is not where you upload your files. Okay, there's a link here that takes you to this path on the server. So don't delete this link and don't upload your files here because they won't show on the web. If you do delete the link, just contact your instructor and they'll redo the account for you. So click on web root. That brings you here. So if you've never gotten into this or manipulated these files yet, there are going to be 2 files already here. Robots.txt, don't worry about it. It's not important to what we're doing here. Index.html is a placeholder file before you try to replace it with your own index.html, which you will later because your home page should always have a file name of index.html. You're going to want to delete this one because if you don't, if you upload another file, let me just copy this so I can demo this. If you do upload another index.html, here's what happens. So I'm going to go up here to upload. And I just drag my index.html over, and yay, it's up there. However, this is what it does. It renames the new one. So, in general, you're probably just going to want to get rid of that index.html. Okay? So, we just saw how to upload. Let me upload the other 3 files here. And this file is called demo.html, and you have to remember that so that we can actually look at it on the web instead of it in hosting view. Okay, so those files are up now. So I can either hit back or I can hit web root. To actually see the files as a regular user on the internet will see them, you'll need the primary URL. So you grab that primary URL. Now, the gotcha here is that if I just go to the primary URL, it's not going to go straight to my demo.html because it doesn't know which HTML file I want it to go to. So I can hit, and it does this thing too right now. Okay, so it just does a file listing, which is not what I wanted. If I want to have a direct link to that demo.html, I do a slash and then a demo.html, and it goes straight there. So you're also seeing, like, you're seeing colors and you're seeing an image. Notice that I also uploaded the styles.css and the dog.jpg, which is our little corgi friend there. If one of those things was not present, or was misspelled, or not coded correctly, then those effects would not be seen. So I just removed the CSS file. Let me go ahead and put it back up there. And there it is. Refresh, and there it is. Some other things that you can do in EDUPE, and that right there, what I just showed you, that's basically what you need to use EDUPE. You don't have to have anything else fancy, but there are other things you can do in it. So some of the rest of these are just nice little features. Let's say you finish off your website, and you accidentally delete the version on your computer, and you can't get it back. Well, if it's still up here, you can download a backup of it. select all of them and go to zip, and it will create a zip file that you then can download. I don't really want to do that right now, so I'm going to cancel out that. You can also click directly onto a file and it will show you the code. Okay, and even better than that, well, that doesn't work. Bummer. That's why you have to type it in like this. You can also edit the code. Save. And that was the title, and the title's up here. And it also has an advanced editor, which gives you a little bit more in the way of fun things that you can mess with. You can search for things, you can that sort of thing, and you can save, go back to the web root, and see whatever, see what else you need to mess around with. Let's see what else. Anything else? You can create new files and new folders. If you do create a new folder, when you type in your URL up here, make sure to include the folder name before the file name. So if I had a folder with a file named demo.html in it, I would need the name of the folder and then the name of the HTML file. Refresh that. Let's see. And again, don't forget, if you do upload something that has the same file name, it will rename it. So if I want to update my styles.css, I need to delete it first. Where did it go? Delete first, and then upload the new one. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, you can direct them to your instructor. If you have problems with the system, or if it doesn't behave as described here, let your instructor know, and we'll fix it from there. All right, thanks, folks.